Are you ready?
Yeah, turn up the heat.
Are you ready?
Is he ready?
Oh, yeah, he's ready.
It's go time.
Ready to go beyond the scores and stats.
I love it.
Good.
Let's bring it in. It's showtime, right?
Welcome to High on Sports.
The whole deal is like some kind of crazy game.
Exclusively on MorningShowCentral.com.
Hello, and welcome back to High on Sports. I'm Ralphie, and with me, as always,
Ashley.
And I am Von Erich.
and it is so good to be back.
I
just remembered we're back. All right. You guys have a good New Year?
It was wonderful.
Well, the year just started, so far, can't complain yet. Christmas, you guys, Christmas, that happened.
Yeah,
Christmas,
yeah. Yeah, it happened.
Other stuff. Can't believe the Buckeyes game got canceled and didn't happen.
I know.
That was rough.
What a
that
bummer.
Was rough. That was... Nah, more on that later, maybe. We might just brush over that altogether. But remember, as always, you can call the show toll-free, 1-888-668-0742. Email your questions or comments to shows with an S at morningshowcentral.com. You can, of course, like us on Facebook, which is facebook.com/high-on-sports. And we are on Twitter at high_on_sports, or use the hashtag high-on-sports or hashtag MSC Radio Network. And as always, get to the website. It is highonsports.net. It is the archive of all our past shows, the Mark's blog, and everything else. It is just so good. Get there immediately. Again, highonsports.net. All right, we got a big show. Let's do this. It is round one. Let's go. You look so smart today. Like I feel like we're gonna start talking about like player safety, and you're gonna be like, oh, we need to worry about them, and I'm gonna be like, no, crack their skulls open with hammers. Like we'll just switch roles. It'll be great. But no, I have to take my glasses off for that.
Yeah.
And then I can't read, so it's a disaster.
Right.
But we will start in the NFL though. Obvious place to start. Isn't it funny when we don't come to work? That's when everything.
That's
happens.
when
like
shit happens left and right.
we're not gone with you that long. 2 weeks off. 2 weeks off of the holidays. Which, we're one night a week. So that's just two shows. That's it. Yeah. What's happened since we're gone is the NFL playoffs are now in their second round. We had 7 total coaches get fired. More on those openings in a bit.
Yeah.
Chudzinski, of course, let go after just one season. We've got Andrew Bynum. I don't even know what to tell you about that.
He's just
Again,
gone.
more on that in just a bit. But I mean, so much happened. And you know what? Let's get right into this, though. We're gonna start. Like I said, we're gonna start with the NFL. We're gonna talk about these head coaches openings. It's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, no matter how you slice it, the Chud firing. It's something it's what we gotta start with. It was not a fair deal. Let me start by saying that was absolutely ridiculous. Let go after just one season.
Yeah.
It was not fair. That said, I feel like some people are overvaluing Chud just based on how he was let go. Like, people are mad about, the unfair shake he got and letting that affect their opinion of how he was as a coach, if you get what I'm trying to say. And I want to talk about something specifically, though. There was that press conference, right? Everybody knows the press conference at this point, the one where it was, Banner and Haslam out there taking questions, really dragged across the coals by the media and everything. And there was one question in particular. The name of the reporter escapes me, and I'm sorry for that, but he's on one of our network stations.
Dan DeRose.
Dan DeRose, thank you. Dan DeRose asked a question that was by far the highlight of the interview. And I thought it was great, but there was something I hated about it. If you didn't hear, the question was something along the lines of, how are you, the two of you and Lombardi, not just basically the Three Stooges running this thing? And he legitimately did say Three Stooges. He did say Three Stooges. But, and I liked it. I liked that it was a jab like that. Part of me liked it. A little bit of me was like, dude, just, yeah, okay, I get you making a joke, but like, whatever. Here's what I didn't like about it, though. It's something I don't like in journalism in general. I'm not going to get all on about journalism as a sports show. But he did something that I think you should never do, is he hid. He hid behind his question, and he hid in two ways. One, the very first thing he said was, bear in mind, I'm not a sportsman, I'm a newsman. What does that have to do with anything? You're still about to ask this question.
Yeah.
If it's a bad question, we have to be like, oh, well, it's okay.
He doesn't know
He
sports.
mostly talks about like car accidents and stuff or whatever. No. And second was, this was a question suggested to us by someone on Facebook. Like a fan of the page on Facebook. I don't know. It's just, no, was it really on the Facebook? Probably. I'm not
Yeah, but
questioning
you
that
have
part
to.
of it.
If you're
But
gonna
it's the fact-
ask it, you man up and say, "Hey, I'm asking this
Exactly.
question.
He's like-
Not this person told me to
He's
ask
like,
it."
now this isn't my question, and I shouldn't be judged on whether or not I think this is okay because it's not my field.
That's just he
But
was being a baby.
here's-
All that means is the Facebook person had a better question than he did.
That's exactly what it means.
Yeah.
And a part of me does feel a little bit though, like, oh, this is just some dude on his couch drinking beers, like on Facebook. Like, hey, the Three
Hey,
Stooges.
ask this question.
It's hilarious. It is entertainment at its finest. I'm
Right.
not gonna lie to you on that front, but it is just I did not like his he hit is all there was to it. But I don't like that. Like if we're ever going to report on something, it's like for MSC or whatever. It's like, now I'm a sportsman, not a newsman. So
Right.
it's like I don't know.
So if you don't like my question, it's not my fault.
Like as soon as he started it that way, I was like, "Where's he going with this?" But he's like, "I don't know sports, but can you explain football to me real quick?" Like, so our readers want to know. No, it doesn't matter if you're a sportsman. If you're gonna ask the question, ask the question. But either way, the Browns are looking for a head coach, and I do feel like sort of the tone of the room, and not this room per se, but I mean the room in general, it's cooling. By which I mean the anger. I was furious when they let Chud go. It was shock, and then it was anger.
Well, yeah, I was more in disbelief because we were talking about it all day, but we're like, there's no, because the rumor was going around. But we're like,
Exactly.
there's no way it's going to happen. It's been 1 year. It's just a rumor. They're not going to fire him. And then it came out that they fired him. I was like, oh, crap.
I know. I got the thing. It's like sources are saying the Browns could consider firing Chud. I'm like, yes, that's what sources do. They
Always say that. But I'm like, no one ever gets fired after 1 year. And then it did happen. I'm like, whoa.
But I had a couple of points I heard today were, one, we can all agree that this team has more talent on it. If nothing from a Pro Bowl and All-Pro standpoint, this team has more talent than it did last year.
Yeah.
And anybody you would ask, say Chud was a better coach or potential coach or whatever than Pat Shurmur was. Pat Shurmur was a jellyfish with a hat. He was nothing. And he won more games with less pieces than Chud did.
I mean, it was one more game.
It was one more game. That's a fair point, but
It was only one.
but still, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just there's so much to this. I mean, there's the fact that it really really does reflect poorly on a coach when you have more all pros than wins. That's a serious serious
bad.
concern.
Yeah.
Not even just Pro Bowlers, because I will give the people that Pro Bowl is a popularity contest. That being said, congratulations to Jordan Cameron, who I was just thoroughly impressed with this season, as emerging from the last couple of years being a relative nobody on this team, all the way up to Pro Bowl status this year. That's pretty impressive. One of the 5 Browns Pro Bowlers. And obviously, it goes without saying, Josh Gordon, the NFL's leading receiver in terms of yardage.
Yeah.
For the first time in Browns history, they have a player who leads the league in receiving.
And
that
he
was
missed what, 3 games?
2 games.
He missed the first 2 games.
Exactly.
And he still led the league in receiving.
And
That's
he's still
insane.
at leading receiving. He's still an all-pro.
Just proving to everyone that he's worth the risk.
Exactly. He's absolutely worth the risk. That said, I would like to see the Browns go receiver relatively early in this draft.
To add
Not
one
necessarily as insurance, but I mean as a running mate, but a little bit as insurance.
Yeah.
I'd like to see them add at least 2 receivers to this team. I want to see them draft one, and I want to see them go after one
get
in
one.
a veteran guy in free agency. Personally, but we've got plenty of time to talk about draft and what they're going to do for quite a while now, especially since the stupid draft is all the way in May now.
Oof.
I think it's only like a week or 2 weeks back, but I don't even care. It's enough that I'm angry. That's enough to make me mad. Whatever. Let's talk coaching latest, though. This thing is just swirling. It's only been, God, has it only been a week?
Yep.
It's only been a week, and we've got people in the running, out of the running. They said pretty much, they said verbatim, actually, in the press conference, that nobody that they talked to last year is in the running now. So you can throw out the Ken Wisenhunts and everybody else that they talked to last year in their coaching search. And the big name that was being thrown around this year, just recently, just kind of emerged this weekend, was Bob Stoops out of Oklahoma. who after his amazing victory over Alabama, that was a hell of a game. After his amazing victory over Alabama, he's now the only coach to ever win, and he'll be the only one ever because it's ending this year. The only coach to ever win all 4 BCS games in his whole career. Fun fact: Fiesta, Rose, Sugar, and Orange. Thank you. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot because they canceled the Orange Bowl this year. They got rid of it.
It didn't happen.
That was
it
rough.
just
Weather. It was too cold.
Yeah, it was a little
Florida's
too cold down in
frozen
Florida.
solid. In the cold, Florida shriveled up and
there
shrunk.
was no game at all.
Florida shrunk in the cold, and they had to get rid of
Yeah,
it.
and they had to go, oh, well, I guess no one's playing this year. And we're just
It's a
like,
damn
okay,
shame.
that's fine.
It's a damn shame.
It really was.
But anyway, so Bob Stoops, so now sources claiming that Bob Stoops will not be interviewed by the Browns. That was a weird little turn of events because all of a sudden it went from Bob Stoops happy in Oklahoma to all of a sudden him directly saying in interviews, "You never know." Like he was like fueling it himself.
yeah.
It's like, hey, you never know. You never know. And then, now apparently you do know. And apparently he's not going anywhere. If I'm him, he's been there long enough. I don't know why you'd leave.
I know. At
I
that
don't
point,
know.
yeah.
And everybody says Youngstown native, so they try to say that would
Bring him home.
Bring him home. But I wonder sometimes if it being local, if that sometimes doesn't hurt. If you're like, nope, I've seen it. I've seen what happens. But the name thought to be at the top of the list right now is Josh McDaniels, the offensive coordinator of the Patriots. They interviewed him on Saturday. They couldn't potentially hire him if they wanted him until after the Patriots are eliminated from the playoffs, which they play with the Colts, actually. They play the Colts this weekend. The Browns are also expected to interview Vanderbilt's James Franklin, and they're expected to wait, potentially, and interview Denver's Adam Gase, offensive coordinator. And Adam Gase has said he will not be taking interviews until after the Broncos are eliminated. So they couldn't even interview him until potentially weeks from now. Or a week from now, who knows? Stranger things have happened. But I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. Let's just be perfectly honest here. I have no clue. I don't know if they do. I really want to believe they do. I really do. Because I look at the one big bold move they made this season, was trading Trent Richardson, which was a stroke of brilliance. So if looking at that as their track record, then we're in great hands. But again, that's another one where I liked the move when they traded away Trent. I got it, and it happened to work out. But a lot of people say, was that a stroke of luck, or was that, who knows? Did they get lucky with that one? I'm inclined to believe no, because why would you trade away what some people thought was the best player on your team and then just be like, oh, good, we got lucky and he sucked? Like, you wouldn't even expect it to be a possibility unless you preemptively thought he sucked. But I don't want to get all technical. Long story short, we've got no idea what's happening. And I have no idea where they're going to go with this.
If I was a betting man, I would say McDaniels.
Yeah, so would I. Which means we'll have to wait for the Patriots to get eliminated. And if the Colts play like they did this weekend,
My God, that comeback.
then they'll be eliminated this weekend. My God, that was a game. That was one for the ages. What a wild card weekend. And it all got capped off with Phil Dawson
Phil.
nailing the game winner.
Did you see how close that was to being blocked?
I did.
Because like when I watched it, obviously when it happened, and I'm like,
Right.
oh wow, that was kind of close. But then today I actually looked at a picture. It literally went in between the guy's arms. Like his arms were out like this, and it went right through the middle. I'm like, holy cow.
Yep. It's hard to believe that's Phil Dawson. It's not that hard when you really think about it. That's Phil Dawson's first career playoff win. It's first time winning in the playoffs ever.
That's sad for him.
Ever. It's
I mean,
sad,
it's
but you know
exciting
what?
for him
You know
now.
what? There's a part of me that just really wants to see him take this
I
thing
do
home.
want, yeah.
Really
He
wanna
deserves
see-
it.
But then there's another part of me that's like, well, my pick for my entire Super Bowl matchup pick is still very much alive right now, and is probably the favorites. So I'm just looking smarter every day. So I'm still rooting for that.
Seattle.
Seattle over
I
Denver.
think I took Denver and
I'm gonna
I think I took Denver over.
head
San
over to the
Francisco.
time capsule probably this week. Again, which you can check out at highansports.net. You can find our archive. I'm going to go back to the start of the season, and I'm going to find our Super Bowl picks. Because I remember being laughed at, scoffed at even, looked down upon when I dared to claim that the Seahawks could win the division and could make it to the Super Bowl. I was thought, I get you want to be bold, but, When you called me a dumbass,
I
Von Erich threw
said
sand
they.
in my eyes.
I'm like, I think what I said is yes, they'll be good, but Super Bowl good, no.
Number 1 seed. We'll see what happens.
No, I called you a dumbass, and Von Erich threw the sand in your
Von Erich
eyes.
threw
And
sand
I
in my
just said
eyes.
you're freaking nuts.
And then when I fell down, I was like, "Ow, my eyes!" Ashley started kicking me.
Yeah, I
And,
grounded in with my foot.
But now who's sitting pretty here? We'll see.
All right, I'll give you that one.
They got the Saints to deal with on Saturday.
It's not over yet.
I'll give it.
No,
yeah,
no,
they still
no.
got the out. They did a lot better than I said they would. They got the number 1
my
seed.
picks are close enough at this point where if it ends, I can at least feel all right. Like I don't have to be like, damn it. I can be like, oh,
No, you can't. How can you feel all right?
I can feel all right.
Because they do have the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
I mean, they do have
The
the best
Seahawks, they
record.
finished with the best record in the NFC. Was it best record overall?
No.
What they?
No, I think it was.
They
Actually.
might. How many? What do they have? What do they have? 3 losses or 2?
Oh, I don't know. They've
3,
got
4?
something.
Denver has 3.
Denver lost 3 times?
Yeah.
Oh, they did.
They lost
you're
to New
right.
England. They lost to San Diego, and they lost.
Yeah, Denver. Yeah, you're right. Denver's 13-3, and Seattle. Also 13-3. So they're
So
tied.
tied for the best. So
Yeah, so whatever.
yeah, that's a lot better
So
than
they're
I
not
thought
the
they'd do.
best,
So
though.
I'll give you that one.
No, but those were the 2 teams I picked. Those are the 2 teams I picked to meet in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And they've both finished the regular season on top of their respective conferences. So either way, I'm just saying. I mean, if they lost right now, obviously, yes, I'm wrong.
I'm just trying to find a silver lining.
No,
There is none.
no, all the linings
He's
are coming my
the
way
only
this
person in
time.
America who thought Seattle would win, and they are.
Me and probably their fan base. Is
Yeah.
probably it, because they're crazy over there. No, this is a really interesting mix, though. And by interesting, I mean there's nobody I hate left, which is really good. I mean, well, I know a lot of people have their issues with the Patriots. I wouldn't say I hate them.
I just
I can't see
don't
myself
like
pulling
them.
for them in any game
never
here.
would I root for them. No.
But I mean, you got Seattle. Seattle. You've got Seattle with Russell Wilson, always interesting. New Orleans. That's a rematch of that Monday Night Football game where Seattle just gave him a haymaker, and that was ridiculous. That wasn't even fair. New Orleans did not look like they belonged there. New Orleans is going back to the place where they got that whooping. In where do they play? Questcom, something with a Q.
I have
It's
no
that weird
idea.
place that's designed to be loud. In Seattle, New Orleans though getting their first ever playoff win on the road in franchise history. That's interesting until you realize their franchise has been garbage up until Drew Brees showed up. Indy looks like they're returning to the promised land, so to speak. With they're moving out of the Peyton Manning era. Andrew Luck has his first career playoff win, so he did it faster than Peyton Manning did. Just saying. Got them to the playoffs faster than Peyton Manning did. Something to look at. Obviously, the Patriots, Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, you can never count them entirely out. San Francisco and Colin Kaepernick, that was awesome.
that was a good game.
That was an awesome game because everybody kept bringing up with Cap. They kept bringing up the issue where Cap was born in Milwaukee. Everybody remember that. But he pretty much spent most of his life in Cali. So he's been, and then obviously he played in Nevada or whatever. So he's mostly been in warm temperatures most of the time. So the thing that people kept bringing up, and obviously playing for San Francisco and everything, they thought he's going to be cold. He's going to be so cold. How's Cap going to react to the cold? But when he walked out there in that first drive, no sleeves.
Dude,
Everybody just knew, uh-oh.
he's not gonna get cold.
It's like negative all the degrees outside.
And this dude
And he's
is
walking out in like
with
a
no
white
sleeves
beater.
on. What the hell? I'm like, how are his arms not getting frostbite
Exactly.
and falling off?
That's when I was like, we're in trouble here. And well, Green Bay Nation's in trouble on this one. Carolina, that's another great story. That's one I don't know who I would pull for in that game, honestly. The Panthers, that's been great to see that turn around and Cam Newton come,
Hey, I got a
come
question,
to fulfill
though.
everything. Yeah, what's up?
At Green Bay, did you seen the field, right?
Oh yeah.
Are they on? Is that natural grass that they play on?
Yeah.
Is that
That's pure grass. That's why it's dead
It's natural. It's natural.
It was dead.
Frozen the winter, so it died.
It was dead.
I know.
That is Lambeau Field. That is the historical pinnacle.
Yeah, you don't touch that place.
They can't do anything. The only thing they can do is basically if they wanted to, and it would take a lot, but they could add seats.
Yeah.
But that's it. They're not gonna let them touch that. You know, that's they've had plenty of opportunities. They could have got a new stadium or something, but
Can of spray paint would have worked with grass.
no, they love it over there. They love it. You see them earlier this season when it was already snowing?
Yeah.
And they were chicks were showing up in bikinis. And it was like, I mean,
Hey,
good for you, but
it's Milwaukee,
just
man.
for your sake, don't. Like, like I'm looking at it like, yeah, this is awesome, but at the same time, like, come on, girl, like,
So put some clothes on. You might die.
come on. I'm sure you got a great personality too. Just put a jacket on. And then San Diego is, and I hate the term team of destiny, which we'll talk more when we talk championship later. But San Diego, they've been in their own personal playoffs for quite some time here. They have had to have a lot of things go their way to even make it to the postseason, let alone they got past the Bungles. By the way, I'm bringing back Bungles.
21?
I'm bringing back Bungles. I know the Browns lost or won 4 games, but Marvin Lewis, who I don't know how he's still there. It's been, 9-10 years now in Cincinnati? He's been there through, like, 2 different regimes. Like, it doesn't make any sense because you think about it and you're like, there's the era of, like, Carson Palmer and Chad Johnson and all that Bengal stuff from then. And that's when you think of Marvin Lewis. And now all of a sudden, come forward, we got the A.J. Green, Andy Dalton era that they're in now, and he's still there. And it just doesn't make any sense. I feel like he's gotten 2 different runs in that city. He's gotten to build his own team twice, is what it feels like. And clearly, both incarnations cannot win a playoff game, as he is 0 for 5 in the postseason. I know this sounds a little ridiculous. I think he just took you to the playoffs and everything, but if I'm Cincinnati, I'm at least considering axing this guy today. I mean, obviously, it's far enough into the day. I don't think they're going to.
Well, and they didn't just
But
get
is there a
beat,
suitable
like-
replacement though? That comes
Right,
with
that's
any
the truth.
with any team that fires their coach.
That's
is
true.
there any suitable replacement that can come in and help us right off the rip?
The thing with them is, and I would almost fire him just as a shakeup, because what I would do if I'm them, and you know what, I'm not in there, so I can't say for sure that this would be a plan that they would even work, because they obviously know things about their front office that I don't. Clearly, they've got 2 guys that are neck and neck at the top of a lot of people's potential coach hirings right now. Is Zimmer, their defensive coordinator, who's gone on 5 different interviews over the last couple of years, and then Jay Gruden, so John Gruden's brother, is their offensive coordinator. Both guys are rumored to be neck and neck at the top of the list for Washington, as well as Minnesota, and potentially interviews in other cities as well. So they've got 2 guys that many people believe could be the next big stud head coach. If I'm them, I consider moving one of them up as the main shot caller and letting showing Marvin Lewis the door. I know it seems a little bit like you'd think, like, well, how much change would there be if you're just sort of promoting one guy internally? But I mean, Marvin Lewis has shown he can build a good team, but he can't close it out.
Yeah.
He's built talented teams, but he just
Well,
can't
and
finish.
they got demolished yesterday. They
It
lost
was
by
not
21.
Was it 20? I thought it was 27-10. I'll double check, but yeah, it was not.
27-10 or 30? I thought it was 31-10.
Nah, 27-10.
27-10.
27-10.
Oh.
Yeah. But I mean, either way, yeah, they still got their ass beat. They didn't score in the second half.
Yeah.
They didn't score in the second half at all. That's absolutely insane.
Terrible.
No, but that's honestly what I would do. And again, they see these guys every day, so maybe it's a consensus over there that maybe these 2 guys aren't potential coaching candidates. Maybe they're not. But I just feel like he's run his course. But then again, I'm a Browns fan, so if the Bengals want to suck, I encourage that. I very much encourage that.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then obviously Broncos at the end. Peyton Manning, if he wins the Super Bowl, do you think he retires this year?
No.
No? He just
No.
keeps coming back?
He won't
doesn't
retire.
look like he's even close.
No.
Like, he doesn't even look like
I mean,
he's
look
close.
at the year he's having. He can't retire after this year. He's still... He's the best quarterback in the league, and he's what now? 30? He's 38.
He's
setting
39?
records
54.
as
Yeah.
we speak.
Yeah,
Exactly.
He's on his couch breaking NFL records right now
Weren't
because
we-
he's that good.
Weren't we just 2 years ago away from him having like a Pez dispenser neck and
Yeah.
like a wheelchair or
Well,
something?
yeah,
he
'cause-
went over to Germany. He had that blood spinning procedure done where they
Whatever
fixed
that
his neck.
is.
Those Germans with the blood.
It's all kinds of procedures that aren't even legal here in the United States.
They did Kobe too.
Yeah. Kobe was facing a suspension because he went over there and got some kind of blood spinning procedure done. And like I said, it's not legal here, but it got done, and look at him now. It's like he's
just as good as
25
he
years old
was
again.
10 years ago.
I feel like
Exactly.
the entire country right now, except maybe in Boston and California, are rooting for the Colts and the Broncos to meet up again in this AFC Championship game. Because how fitting would that be?
Yeah.
For Peyton to get this close to another shot at the Super Bowl. All he's got to do is
Get through his own
crush the
team.
Colts.
If
Which
it
the
happens,
Colts did beat them earlier in
They
the year.
did.
Fun fact.
It was in Indy, though. This one will be
It
in
was.
Denver.
Yep. So, we'll see. We'll see how it works. Although, it's absolutely insane when you think about the Broncos. They basically broke all the records you can think of this year.
They did.
Like you were saying,
Every offensive record there is. They pretty much
most
broke
passing yards in a season, most passing touchdowns in a
Yep.
season, and in the final game, they got the record for most points scored by a whole offense.
Oh.
So it kind of makes you understand why Adam Gase, again, the offensive coordinator in Mile High,
I mean, see, I've
might
never.
be a
I've
pretty big
always
candidate.
wondered though, like what actually offensive coordinators do with a Peyton Manning team.
Now, here's the
because
thing.
Peyton Manning technically runs the offense.
You're absolutely right, which is the one thing that makes me leery about stuff like that. But at the same time, maybe he's learning from Peyton. Maybe
Hey,
it'll be like
if he's learning from Peyton, I'd take him in a
exactly.
heartbeat.
Maybe it's not that Peyton's learning from him. It's that like he's in the Peyton Manning tree.
Yeah.
You know.
And this is how you run an offense, coach.
Let's switch sports though, because I really want to get into this. The Cavaliers, all right,
Oh my God.
did one notable thing over the time that we were gone. And that was suspend and then not suspend or something. I don't even know the status at this point. But either way, he's not a part of the team basically right now. Andrew Bynum. I think it's time to call it a failure.
Yeah.
Experiment failed. Maybe. There's still not that he's going to become something, but there's still a chance maybe to turn the acquisition of him into something.
Ralphie, you yourself had reservations when we signed Bynum. You were the one who said, I'm not too excited about this.
Yeah, it was.
I always hated him before the Cavs.
Yeah.
Once the Cavs got him, I was like, I want to be, supportive. But
See, at least they signed him kind of the right way, and basically
Exactly.
most of his money was coming off of incentive based. So it's not like they blew $10 million signing the guy for 1 year. Most of his contract was incentive based, so they're not losing a lot. So I mean, I guess it kind of was a chance. You might as well take because you're not really losing a lot of money.
Here's the numbers of it. The Cavaliers will his contract will become guaranteed. So far, the Cavs are on the hook for $6 million to Andrew Bynum. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. is the deadline for when, and I've always hated this about the NBA. I just think it's a weird thing. But tomorrow is the deadline at 5 p.m. that all players under contract officially will have their contracts become guaranteed. So all of a sudden, you're going to see tonight, mostly tomorrow morning, just a wave of nobodies getting cut from teams.
Yeah.
Like the Cavs even had one. I was thinking it was a Michael Thompson a couple years ago. It was like M-Y-C. It was his parents misspelled Michael, but Michael Thompson is actually Klay Thompson's brother. That's right. But Michael Thompson from the Cavs, who actually had a really good game, and then the next day was cut.
Yeah.
And it was a question. I was like, what? What the hell? And the only situation was, yes, he looked all right. Maybe we would have looked better if we saw more, but he had one good game and his contract is about to become guaranteed. So instead you cut him and you bring him back after for smaller or potentially on the 10-day deals and weird stuff like that I'm not a fan of. But either way, the Cavs will then owe Andrew Bynum, I don't have the specific number in front of me, but it's $12-point-something million if he is still on the roster tomorrow at 5 p.m. That is when his contract will become guaranteed. So, the predicament they find themselves in wanting to get rid of him is, here's the thing that they have to sell to teams. It's not, come get Andrew Bynum. He might play better. They have the benefit of whoever they trade him to can then cut him and not have to pay him.
Yeah.
So all they can offer to teams is take Andrew Bynum so you can get rid of Andrew Bynum and not have to pay Andrew Bynum.
Yeah.
good. And whatever player
it's all just.
It's a money dump.
Yeah, it is. Because whoever they trade, they no longer have to pay that contract, and they can cut Bynum, so then they're off the hook.
So the Cavaliers are in a position where they can try to dangle him out to other teams and hope to lure in someone that team doesn't want on their team.
Yeah.
They're like, the Jazz is what's being thrown around. Like, the Jazz don't want to pay Richard Jefferson. So the Cavaliers said, hey, take Bynum, cut him.
We'll pay him.
That's the thing is, like, people keep forgetting is, like, the Lakers is the big name. We'll get to that in 1 second. But the Lakers, people keep talking about, and people keep saying, like, why the hell would they ever want him to play there again? They don't want him.
They just want to save Gasol's salary cap.
He won't leave Cleveland during that transaction.
Yeah.
He will be traded and cut in one motion.
Like, they'll just sign paperwork and then just sign all the way
Everybody
across
gets, like, the alerts to their phone. It's going to come to you like, Lakers acquire Andrew Bynum.
Lakers cut Andrew
5 minutes
Bynum.
later, Lakers announce release of center Andrew Bynum, expected to save X amount of dollars. That's all it is. Now the problem is, the deal with the Lakers was an interesting one. It was a straight up Gasol Bynum swap. The Lakers didn't like it. The name they wanted added to the deal, Dion Waiters. Ooh. Cavaliers said no go. Talks have entirely stalled out. Not looking like they're going to continue any, but again, we've got a definite deadline. Andrew Bynum, well, something has to happen to him tomorrow by 5 p.m. Or the Cavaliers are going to owe a lot of money to a guy who's going to just sit on the bench. So, we're going to take a quick break, but when we get back, you're going to find out what's urinating us off. We're going to make our national championship picks. 3 up, 3 down for the first time in 2014. All that and so much more. Listen to High on Sports on the MSC Radio Network.
User-friendly and ready to serve. MorningShowCentral.com. If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com.
I know. Oh my God, I know what we're gonna do. Oh, it's so delicious, I can almost taste it.
If you're looking for the best sub shop in town, look no further. Hanini Subs, located at 7310 Lorraine Avenue, is the place for you. Stop in for a cold cut sub, cheeseburger and fries, wingdings and fries, and so much more. I can almost taste it. Hanini Subs at 7310 Lorraine Avenue is open 24 hours a day. Check them out on Facebook, facebook.com/burrito crazy. And if you mention MSC Radio Network, you'll get $1 off your meal. It's all good at Hanini Subs.
So damn good.
Yo, it's Woody. Now, I know a thing or two about women, and I want to help all the ladies out there take care of their men. Happy Endings Orgasmically Organic Massage Oil. Yeah, I said orgasmically organic, made right here in Cleveland. Now, no other product delivers this level of purity and performance. It's guaranteed to improve your overall experience and keeps that sensitive skin soft and smooth. Guys, don't be a tool. You're doing it anyway. Might as well do it right. Get your happy ending at happyendingsoil.com. That's happyendingsoil.com. Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits. A 99.5% uptime guarantee and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. Lakewood Computer, located at 14035 Madison Avenue in Lakewood, has it all. If you're in need of computer repairs or want to cut the cost of ink cartridges and printing supplies, count on Lakewood Computer in Lakewood, Ohio to provide it all. For the past 5 years, Lakewood Computer has been providing you with a huge assortment of computer equipment and services at very competitive prices. prices. Lakewood Computer purchases and sells pre-owned desktops, laptops, and related equipment. And they offer outstanding prices on aftermarket printing supplies, including toner cartridges and ink cartridges. With 29 years of professional experience, Lakewood Computer is highly confident in their ability to enhance your overall computing experience. Check them out online at joeslakewoodcomputer.com. That's joeslakewoodcomputer.com. Or give them a call toll-free, 855-580-0768. That's 855-580-0768.
I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran into a black man's arms.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. If you have a product or service, let people know about it. Get your message out there and advertise on MSC Radio Network. It's easier than you think, and the whole planet is listening. Find out how you can advertise. Email Chris at morningshowcentral.com. Oh, great. Not another Farmville request. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/morningshowcentral. Denying one Farmville request at a time. MSC Radio Network has just tweeted the following. This bowel movement won't come out. Check us out on Twitter at twitter.com/MSC Radio Network. Call the show toll free 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on morningshowcentral.com.
This is President Barack Obama, and you're listening to MSC Radio Network.
Pete 99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating. Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers. That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999, P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider. Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee, no questions asked. For more information, go to P99.com. P99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence with honest and expert customer service. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. With hundreds of live weather products and layers and thousands of combinations, Weather Studio provides a professional graphics and storm monitoring solution without complex user knowledge and without the industry standard price tag of $1,000 plus broadcast systems. Weather Studio displays a plethora of critical atmospheric and geophysical data on an interactive GIS-enabled computer map. Get your free 14-day trial of Weather Studio at their website, weatherstudio.paulmarv.com. That's weatherstudio.paulmarv.com. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
Oh, wow. Language.
Okay, he was PMSing. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
Hello, and welcome back to High on Sports. I'm Ralphie, and with me, as always,
Ashley.
And I'm Bon Eric. Where's our snow day?
Where's our, it's so cold outside. You know, some of the schools,
Shit, we can't afford snow days.
the high school by, you know, where I live out
We're too poor to afford a snow day.
I live out on the east side, and there's a high school out there. They closed 2 days yesterday. They announced Sunday night, they're like, we're closed Monday and Tuesday. Those little kids, they just get an extended winter break, those lucky bastards. Not us, we got sports to talk about, and you can get in on it too. Call the show toll free, 1-888-668-0742. Email your questions or comments to shows with an S at morningshowcentral.com. You can find us on Twitter at high_on_sports or facebook.com/high-on-sports. The website is highonsports.net. It's got the archive of all our past shows, Mark's blog, and a bunch of other fun stuff, and it never takes a snow day. Again, that is highonsports.net. All right, it is roundos. Let's go. No bell. All right, there it is. All right, it is time for a staple of High on Sports. Actually, first, I want to say something we were just talking about during the break, actually. The Cleveland Indians made 2 signings today.
Yes, they
both
did.
Minor league contracts. So, whatever. One was I just lost his name. Scott. It was Scott, I think. Atchison from the 37-year-old Mets reliever has now joined the Indians as of earlier today.
And the bullpen is a major need for us,
Absolutely.
He may or may not pan out.
And just moments ago, I'm still getting stuff about it. Indians signed Jeff Francoeur to a minor league contract.
Royals outfielder.
Worth noting, though, it is a non-roster invite to spring training is going to come along with it. So he's going to be coming to spring training, but, that'll only take him as far as he takes himself.
Like we were talking about during the break, I am much more excited for Outman.
Now, here's an interesting question. Do they have to pay their own way if they're a non-roster invite? Is it like, come on down to spring training, if you can afford the ticket?
Yes.
I'm sure everything is compensated for them. This is Major League Baseball we're talking about.
Take a couple of series of buses. Hey, if it's to live your dream, there's no price on living your dream.
There's always Mega Bus.
There's always Megabus. Always Megabus. All right.
With their canceled schedules.
It's time for Staple High on Sports, and the first one of 2014. It is time, of course, to find out what's urinating us off. And we're going to start, as we always do, with Von Erich. Von Erich, go ahead.
Well, I didn't pull the story up or anything, but I just know the basic gist of it. It was Marshawn Lynch from the Seattle Seahawks was just fined earlier today $50,000 by the league, the NFL, for not talking to the media. And this is a classic case of damned if you do, damned if you don't. This is a guy who speaks his mind and didn't want to deal with, the fines or repercussions for, saying something he shouldn't. So he just kept his mouth shut, and NFL says, oh, you kept your mouth shut, so we'll fine you anyways.
Oh, that's dumb.
That drives me nuts. It's the same thing as like after games where players have to meet with the media. If I just lose, I don't want to sit in a damn chair and talk about it. Why do I have to sit there and talk to the media? I just lost. But they do the same crap. It's so irritating. They do it in the NBA because didn't LeBron get fined after that one Cavs game in the playoffs where we lost?
Yes,
because he didn't want to shake their hands and
Mm-hmm.
talk to the media? Well, I wouldn't either. I'd be pissed off. I was going to go somewhere and deal with my anger.
You know what is I mean, honestly, we're media, so you'd think we'd want him to talk, and this just shows how true and honest we're being. This is really stupid.
It is.
They should not have to come talk to people.
No.
I mean, what? They're getting paid. Now, granted, it's paid way too much, so I don't want to sit there and coddle and stuff. I'm not trying to do that. But I'm saying they're paid, this guy in particular is paid to go out there, hold this ball in his hand, and run as forward as he can.
Yeah, he's not paid to talk to us.
He does. Why does he have to come and talk to us? And
Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Let's think about it for a minute. Now, is it the local media that he got fined because he didn't talk, or was it like national media?
It's
the
both.
NFL fined him for just over the course of the year for different times that he did not speak to reporters. It was over the course of a whole season.
It's both, because what you would do is you would basically go into a little area where you're talking to everybody, and it would be filled with people like blah 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 from ESPN, and then blah 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 from K blah 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 whatever in Seattle. Like it would be a mix of people in there. So it's just the NFL finding him for not going and talking to the media people in general. And I mean, I think a coach or something like that should. I mean that, because somebody should do something. But like the individual players, because you know what? First and foremost, they're never giving anything good.
I
What's
know.
he gonna come out there? Yeah, you looked really strong in that run. Yeah, I just worked hard at practice and gave my all, and we executed on the field.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah. What do you guys think you're gonna do next week? Against the Saints. Well, we're gonna come up with a game plan. We're gonna work really hard in practice and try to execute out there on the field.
That's about it.
That's every interview.
Or if they lose. Yeah. Oh, what could you have done better? I don't know. Play better.
And then it's like Von Erich said, though, it's like about like damn if you do, damn if you don't. It's like Cam Newton a couple years ago did say something about he was angry and he let emotion talk for him, and he said something along the lines like, man, I don't know what's gonna happen, but there's gotta be changes because this is not okay. There's got to be changes made. And ESPN ran with that for a week.
Yeah.
Cam Newton wants changes. What's he going to do? Who's Cam Newton
Well,
going
they
to
just
kill?
lost. He's pissed off.
Exactly. You're talking to people in an emotional state, too, by the way. So people are all like, oh, what a jerk. I can't believe he said that. Dude's just pissed off right
He's
now.
pissed off. I
Give him
played
15
sports.
to
After
20.
every loss, I was pissed off. If I had to, like, talk to media, they'd ask me some dumbass question about, oh, man, how do you feel after your game? I don't know. We just lost.
Bad?
I'm not happy. I don't feel okay. I don't want to talk to you and tell you about what I could have done better. I know what I could have done better. Don't sit there and ask me, all these stupid questions. No, I don't want to talk to you. I'm pissed off. We just lost.
If I were a professional athlete, I would make the media not want to talk to me.
Yeah.
Because I would have them come to me and they would be like, well, what do you think you could have done better? Like in the fourth quarter or something. Well, remember when at the end when I shot the ball and it didn't go? In the hoop? Well, hindsight 2020.
I should have
wish
made
you.
it.
I would have hoped it would have. That would.
I really wish it would have went in.
Thanks, guys. Happy holidays. See you around.
Right?
You know, like what? Just once, I want to see players just be totally just stupid about it. Like, just,
Right.
well, I really wish when I kicked that field goal, if I could have changed it, I would have made it go in. Yeah.
I wouldn't have shanked it right. I really wish I would have got it in, but it just didn't happen.
Ralphie,
It didn't happen this time.
Ralphie, you're the reporter. Ask me a question.
All right, hi, Ralphie from High on Sports. Now, you missed that late field goal in the fourth quarter. Is there anything you would have changed about that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's good.
Best answer ever.
That's pro. That's pro because I legitimately
Clutch.
found myself with a microphone in front of me and not knowing how to reply.
Hey, you're not going to get in trouble. You won't get in trouble.
The only thing I knew how to say was that was a great answer.
That was pro.
Because I'm like, oh shit, how do you reply
Did you
to
play
that?
sports in college or something? You sound like you've got sports experience. That was good. Wow.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. That just
Wow.
one word answers.
That's why he's the head
I'd be like, yep,
honcho.
nope, yep.
But absolutely, you're.
Yeah, but you won't get in trouble. I mean, you don't have to worry
great.
about. You don't have to worry about the league coming after you or
Right. And we all just froze for a sec, like
And
that's
then,
it.
But then that's a cool thing about it because then you have the media guys just looking at you like, do you want to
Elaborate?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Like, that was a problem I had. It's funny we bring this up because Charlie Strong today was introduced as the new head coach of Texas, the former Louisville head coach, now former. Anyways, he's introduced as the new head coach of Texas, and I saw things on Twitter and other social networks where it was media, ESPN guys talking about how, he's always had problems dealing with the media. Could be his biggest drawback as head coach. Well, it's like, you're the media reporting on how he doesn't handle the media well. If you're conscious of it, like, he doesn't answer my questions very well, then, just don't.
Stop asking him
then
questions.
what are you doing?
or come up with better questions
Exactly.
instead of the same 5 questions that the media asks all the time?
And I don't like when they give the same answer and everybody's rapidly writing.
Right.
Like, didn't execute on the field.
Or
I didn't even notice that.
Or they could take that one word answer and turn it into like something huge. Like he said that he's gonna. No, he just said That's it.
Exactly.
You know,
he agrees that he sucks.
Right. You know.
I had.
It's nuts. I mean, the whole interviewing after games thing is just such a broken system. Like we said, your emotions are running high one way or another.
I mean, obviously, if
you don't get to see anybody being really them.
Yeah.
I really think that it should be the coach that goes out and says
It
everything.
should just be the coach
Right.
to be the mouthpiece.
Maybe,
for all
yeah.
this.
Offer the players to if they want to, you can come sit down, whatever, interview, but it should not be mandatory. Just like in the NBA, they go into the freaking locker room. The dudes aren't even like in their normal clothes yet. They're in a goddamn locker room still.
Exactly. They're always
And
like
they got a-
changing and stuff.
Right,
All of a
and
sudden
they
it
got a
cuts on, I'm
microphone
like,
in your
what are they
face.
showing
I'm
me?
like, you know what? Give me. I just got my ass beat on the court. Give me 5 minutes to change my clothes.
All of a sudden, I think I'm watching a cologne commercial, and then I realize it's Kyrie Irving.
His shalong's hanging out.
Not interested, but that's what the media wants to show
I
us.
actually might be interested.
Hey.
Wild thing. But anyways, thank you, Von Erich.
Oh, you're welcome. And Chris, take note of that. According to the NFL, they have to speak to us, the media.
That's
so
the law.
instead of contacting the teams and the players, we just contact the NFL.
Yeah, we could.
Be like, NFL, you boys got to talk to us.
Hey, Mark, get on that one, man.
All right, I'm going to make mine real quick because we got to get into something here. But I'm just, like I said, real fast. Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman's name cannot be said anymore without mentioning North Korean dictator and general enemy of human rights, Kim Jong-un. Rodman has taken a squad of former basketball players, including ex-All-Stars Kenny Anderson, Cliff Robinson, and Vin Baker,
Jesus.
to go play in North Korea on Wednesday, which is believed to be Kim's birthday, but no one knows for sure.
Was Alonzo Mourning and Spud Webb not available?
Spud Webb he had business in South Korea that day. But anyway, so he brings over his little crew over there and all that stuff, right? He also brought Eric Sleepy Floyd with him.
Why would other people want to go?
Well, anyways, they went over there.
For the cash.
And
these guys are hard up for money. They
absolutely.
I don't care how bad I need money. I ain't going to North Korea for it.
Hold on, it gets worse. Rodman is claiming it's a birthday present to their friend and fan, Kim Jong-un. All right, and this comes about 1 week after, reportedly, Kim Jong-un had his uncle executed by feeding him alive to a pack of starving dogs.
Jesus Christ.
Approximately 120
Oh my God.
hunting dogs that had been starved for no less than 5 days, according to a report by a Hong Kong newspaper. So it was Kim Jong-un and 300 officials reportedly watched the gruesome hour-long event.
Oh my God.
That was the death of his uncle. It gets even worse when you no one knows for sure.
Hour-long event?
Hour long. Come on,
Damn.
dogs, speed it up. I got a
They must
basketball
not have been
game
that
to watch.
hungry.
What'll the halftime show be when Rodman plays?
That should have been the halftime show.
Exactly, they should have saved the uncle. Maybe they saved some leftovers in the fridge.
Right at halftime show, the dogs eat his foot.
For halftime, you're gonna watch him get eaten by dogs.
Well, I'm sure Kimmy's got some other relatives.
Right, he's
in
probably got another
storage.
uncle or
Sure,
two,
he's
a
got
cousin.
a few left.
He doesn't
Now,
like.
here's the thing: the report as to what the uncle did. Kim Jong Un said that his uncle is a traitor and has turned his back on North Korea. Says he was outed for corruption. All anyone's been able to figure out is some rumors and reports that have come out that supposedly he had his uncle executed for not showing the proper amount of enthusiasm at his inception, or whatever you'd call it, as new glorious leader of North Korea. By which I mean when it was announced in the reading of the will and everything that
He didn't jump
my
out
next
of his
leader will
pants.
be my son, Kim Jong-un. Everybody around him stood up and applauded like mad. And then his uncle looked on, and I believe he even nodded slightly and didn't look like ridiculously excited, but just like, okay.
He should just went,
golf club.
Yeah.
He should just, No, but apparently he wasn't excited enough for him. So Kim Jong-un was like, oh, I'll remember that. And fed him to dogs. So, happy birthday, Kimmy. Enjoy the basketball game.
What the hell is wrong with Rodman?
What's wrong with that country? I can't believe we're having an Olympics just to the south.
I'd
of
be
them in
afraid
4
to go
years.
over there.
I wouldn't. No, if you go over there, you're not coming out alive.
I don't want to get eaten by dogs.
Well, how is Rodman getting in and out of there?
I'm old-fashioned like that.
Apparently, Rodman's the only person in
Do
the
you
world
think
that
we'd go to
Kim
war
Jong-un
if they
likes.
kidnapped Rodman?
No.
No, I'm pretty sure we'd let them have him.
Released a statement like, "We are keeping all of your old retired basketball players,"
And we'd be like, okay.
then we'd form like
what? I can't hear you.
a new Navy SEAL team of like Shaq and whoever else. We'll get the rest of the guys that are hard up for cash, like you said, Alonzo Mourning and Spud Webb and all those guys. We'll send them in with military training.
Be the Korean version of the Harlem Globetrotters.
It'd be Harlem Globetrotters meets the Expendables, and we'll make no money
No.
whatsoever. All right, let's talk national championship. It is tonight for all the marbles. The Buckeyes are not in it, but they could have been if they didn't play like idiots. But they did, so here we are. Florida State, Auburn, clash of the Titans. One undefeated, one is only a one-loss team. But that one-loss team is Auburn, who runs better than anybody else in this country behind Trey Mason and the like. And let's not forget the stunning upset of Alabama in what is unarguably the play of the year, if not millennium. Obviously, with that late field goal
return for 109
to
yards
win the Iron Bowl, and then obviously they beat Missouri, and through some magic of Ohio State playing like idiots, they lost, and here they are. Auburn, I said this earlier in the show, it's a term I hate, but people throw out the team of destiny. I hate that term so much. It's a team that had a lot of lucky breaks, which you need the lucky breaks to win it all. You do. Florida State is also not lost at all. So we're going to, real quick before the show ends, we're going to make our picks. Is it going to be Jameis Winston and his Heisman sitting atop the final BCS championship, or will it be another SEC school, another Alabama school, for God only knows how many years in a row at this point? Von Erich, what do you got?
Nope, not picking.
Not picking?
And you know why.
Oh! He won't pick any bowl. It's under protest of the... What is it? What are you protesting?
Yes, I'm protesting the Bowl-a-Palooza this year. I refuse to pick until they reinstate the Gaylord's Music City Bowl, or they bring a bowl game to Cleveland Browns Stadium.
I like that.
One or the other.
Standing up for our rights.
I'm not a difficult guy.
Von Erich's a hero. Go ahead. What are you picking?
Florida State.
Florida State. I am going to go with Auburn. I will root for Florida State because I hate the SEC, but I will go with Auburn because I feel like they're going to win.
Yeah.
Because they're the SEC. All right, 3 up, 3 down time. Down number 3, BCS ticket prices. Average sale price of championship tickets are down 45% from last year, partially attributed to the fact that there's roughly 10,000 more seats, but mostly attributed to the fact that for the first time in history, both campuses are over 2,000 miles away from where the game is being held. Down number 2, the Cincinnati Bungles lost to the Chargers at home 27-10 to lose their 6th playoff game in a row and 5th in the Marvin Lewis era. Down number 1, the Kansas City Chiefs blew a 28-point lead to lose their 8th playoff game in a row. Up number 3, Bill O'Brien and Lovie Smith, introduced this week as the new head coaches of the Houston Texans and Tampa Bay Buccaneers, respectively. Up number 2, Phil Dawson kicked game-winning field goal as time expired for the first career playoff win in his 15-year run. And up number 1, Charlie Strong, former Louisville coach, officially announced today as the new head coach of the Texas Longhorns.
Bonus up. AJ Hawk, it's his birthday.
Happy birthday, AJ Hawk.
AJ Hawk.
You're not in the playoffs anymore.
Aw,
but,
sad.
You know, whatever. All right, that's going to wrap it up for us. Thanks for tuning in to the first Highland Sports of 2014. May there be many, many more. So for Chris, for Von Erich, for Ashley, I'm Ralphie saying good night, everybody. We will see you next week, same time, same place. Thanks for tuning in to High on Sports on MorningShowCentral.com.